Hi friend, this is Kaustav and today we are going to learn about the auto layout on the UILabel. That's mean how auto layout impacting the behavior of the UILabel, because not like any other view, UILabel behave differently for the auto layout. So without no more words, just start the tutorial straight away. Okay, since it's our another tutorial, so just create another file. So just click on new file, iOS Cocoa Touch class. Since it's our third one, so give name as the third view controller, subclass of UI view controller, not checking the XIB since we are going to use the storyboard, and language as Swift. Click next. This is the location where we are going to create this particular file. The group and target is fine, just create. So third view controller is created. So now we are going to remove all the unnecessary code from here. Then after, go to the main storyboard. Over here we need to take a new view controller. For that, click on this particular plus icon and type over here UI view controller and just drag it over here. As you know already that this is not yet the third view controller. To do that, you need to go to this particular tab and over here you need to select third view controller, and now this is the third view controller. Okay, so first we drag a UILabel over here and need to give a constraint. You can also give constraint from here also. So for that, just give 8 as a leading and top. It's fine right now. Now we are going to change this particular text content, say hello world. It's fine right now, but if the content got increased, content size, that's mean if lot of content is present for that particular UILabel, then if we zoom out, then you can see that particular UILabel is extended till this particular location. So that is not expected. To achieve that, you need to give a trailing constraint for this one. So giving a trailing constraint for this and select this one and giving a constant as -8 for this one. So now if we zoom back, you can see it's displaying properly within the screen, but still there is problem. Like there is a lot of content over here, but it's displaying only a single line, and after that it's got truncated and display as a dot dot dot. It's not expected. To resolve this particular problem, we need to increase the line number, but how many lines we need to increase, it's not sure. Sometimes 4 line is enough, sometimes 5 line is enough, but we are not sure that how many lines is required for this particular situations. To resolve this kind of problem, simply put 0 over here and it's start working. Okay, so there is another situation, say the content need to be present on the left half of the screen, the right side of the screen need for some other content. On that kind of situation, just simply select this particular trailing constraint, and over here on the second item it's the safe area trailing. Just simply select that and select center X, and that's it. The content is restricted within the left half of the screen. So over here the buffer space still present. If the requirement is like there would be no space, simply remove this with a 0, and that's it. You have achieved your required goal. Okay, so now go back to my previous implementation like this one. So over here, as you can see, this is the text. Say there is another scenario, like the text is very small, like only username, but it's taking the entire screen. That is not expected. To resolve this kind of situations, what we need to do, click on this particular constraint and you need to select less than or equal to. That's mean the username label width max increase to this particular width. After that, at least a 8-point buffer need to be present on the screen. That's what we are informing to the iOS. So just select it, and so we achieve our required goal. So just duplicating this particular label to show you another scenario. Say this particular label is for phone number. Okay, right now the requirement is the username and phone number have the same leading alignment. For that, you need to just drag over here and select the leading. Over here you can see a dotted yellow line. It's representing that Autolayout engine is not able to update the UI. For that, you just need to click on this particular icon. So once you click, this is being placed, but right now you are getting this particular error since we are not provided the y-axis yet. For that, either give to a vertical spacing from top, but in this particular scenario we are giving as a vertical spacing. We are giving is as a 8. This vertical spacing means gapping between this particular two label. So over here, as you can see, there is a two label. One have some trailing space with a specific constraint, one have no trailing constraint. So which one is better one? Obviously the first one. Why? Because right now if the content of this particular label got increased for some reason, it automatically takes the proper UI effect. It automatically starts rendering properly. But in the case of phone number label, if we increase its content, it's not rendered properly. It go outside of the visible screen. To resolve this particular problem, the same thing you need to implement over here also. Just drag on the over here and give a trailing space and select as a -8 as usual. So it starts working. Okay, and the last scenario is there is username and there is phone number. Okay, right now I'll change it to some title, and this one is description. Fine, make this one little bit of small from the font size. Okay, so on the description there would be a lot of text, right? So a lot of text I'm going to place. It's increasing properly, but the expectation is it should be limited within the visible area of the screen. So for that we are giving specific bottom space, that is a space of 8. But suddenly we are start getting a strange error. Over here the error is telling that it's content priority ambiguity. That's mean iOS Autolayout engine is now confused which one need to be increased, some title or this particular description. So Autolayout engine don't know which one need to increase. So for that I select some title and need to this particular screen over here, and over here hugging priority you need to select the vertical as a 1000 and the problem got resolved. That's mean when I give the content priority hugging as a vertical 1000, that's mean it will hug the content with the topmost priority. It will not increase. So the priority with the lesser one will increase automatically. So if you put a priority of 999 over also, it will work. But again, if it's all priority is also 1000, it's stop working again. So I just change it back to like as usual 251. Now the problem is the content got on the center align, but that's also not required. So on a real life scenario, what we get like some title at the very top of the screen and the content start just below from that. But in our case it starts from the middle. To resolve this particular problem, we need to select this particular bottom constraint from over here. And you need to give a greater than sign. So when to use less than, when to use greater than, when there is the static constant is a positive value, then always use a greater than sign. When the static constant is a negative value, then always use the lesser than sign. So now you can see the description label is automatically taken the proper UI rendering. Okay, so now if the text got increased, that's also not impact our UI. But there is another situation, if the text size got increased unlimitedly, on that moment it stop working. So to resolve this particular scenario, we do have a scroll view, the content got scrollable, or we do have table view to resolve that particular scenario. For that we will be coming back on a separate tutorial video. Okay guys, if you have any doubts or any questions, then don't forget to comment it out. I will try to resolve it. That's all for today. If you like my content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a nice day. Goodbye.